All right, and let's take you across to Kuwait now, where Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has arrived. This is a very significant and historic visit by the Indian Prime Minister, as in over 4 decades, any Indian Prime Minister is visiting Kuwait. This is a very significant visit by the Indian Prime Minister. These are the visuals that we are getting for you. Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrives in Kuwait, a very significant visit by the Indian Prime Minister. Prime Minister's visit to Kuwait is yet another milestone in India's diplomatic outreach to Gulf region, which New Delhi considers as part of its extended neighborhood. Well, for all the viewers who have just joined in, these are the visuals that we are getting for you. Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrives in Kuwait, a very significant and in fact historic visit by Indian Prime Minister. In over 4 decades, any Indian Prime Minister is visiting Kuwait. This visit is historic and significant as it will strengthen the bilateral relations between the two nations, India and Kuwait. PM's visit to Kuwait is yet another milestone in India's diplomatic outreach to the Gulf region, and this will be the first visit of an Indian Prime Minister to Kuwait in 43 years. Prime Minister Modi's trip is expected to deepen bilateral relations, particularly in energy, trade and labour cooperation. All right, and we've been joined by our correspondent Akshay Dongre, who's in Kuwait. Hi Akshay. First visit by an Indian Prime Minister to Kuwait in over 4 decades. How significant?
Well, quite significant, Siddharth, when we look at the kind of diplomatic outreach that you were talking about. It is unparalleled. When we talk about the outreach that has been done by the Prime Minister in the last 11 years. In fact, Prime Minister has visited almost all the countries of the Gulf region. It was only Kuwait that was left, and now after a wait of about 43 years, Indian Prime Minister is once again coming to the country. So the diaspora especially is elated at the arrival of the Indian Prime Minister. They say that they finally will get to welcome their Prime Minister to the country. Now, the relation between the two countries have been significant, but talking about the diaspora, which is going to be the key focus. In fact, right now where I'm standing is the camp where the Prime Minister will also be visiting to meet the workforce that comes from India, that contributes to the Kuwaiti society. In fact, Indians are the largest expat community here in Kuwait, with a population of over 1 million. So we can say that about a million workforce coming from India contributes to the Kuwaiti society, and that is perhaps one of the largest contribution any foreign country gives in terms of labor force, and that is why Prime Minister's key focus is going to be this labor camp, where PM will be coming, interacting with the labor, with the workers here who have left their homes behind and are contributing to the country, and are giving what Prime Minister Narendra Modi has called a Shramdan. So these Shramjivis will be one of the key focus, and in fact one of the first engagement of the Prime Minister once he arrives in Kuwait.
Definitely, Akshay. We also saw a wonderful, report by you earlier. And I hope tell us something more about how excited is the diaspora population. In fact, I am presuming that where you are right now, you are surrounded by the Indian diaspora there. How excited are they? What are they saying? They want to see Prime Minister Narendra Modi. They want to shake hands with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. What all they are saying?
Well, in fact, people are lining up, Siddharth, when it comes to this particular, labor camp. People have also been coming from different parts of the country just to get a glimpse of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Obviously, there has to be certain security clearances required for that to happen. But there is a lot of palpable excitement that is visible, not just at this particular labor camp, but across the country. So we have been traveling to gauge a sense of excitement that is here in the Indian diaspora. But it's not just the Indian community that is excited, but you know, a lot of South Asian you know, expats that are living here, they are also quite excited as well, saying that somebody from their region is coming, and a leader like Prime Minister Narendra Modi, when he comes here, then naturally not just for Indians but also for the South Asian people, the respect by the Kuwaiti people, it automatically goes up. So the relation have been great always, but this visit by Prime Minister Narendra Modi is historic in many sense, because it's taking place after 4 decades, as we have been talking about, but it's also going to boost the relations, the trade between the two countries, so that is going to be quite significant as well. Back to you, Siddharth.
Definitely, Akshay. You know, when I was there in Guyana, and I was surrounded by the Indian diaspora there, they just wanted to see a glimpse of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and they were saying that, you know, if they will, you know, get a chance to talk to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, they will say that, sir, you're the best leader in the world. You know, such is the aura of Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Akshay, you know, tell us more about India-Kuwait trade relations a bit.
Well, Siddharth, the trade relation between the two countries is quite significant. In fact, Kuwait is the 6th largest crude oil supplier to India. It is the 4th largest LPG supplier to the country. The investment by the Kuwaiti Investment Authority has, for the first time, crossed 10 billion mark. The bilateral trade at this you know, at this moment is about 10.47 billion US dollar. And for the first time ever, the Indian exports to Kuwait have also crossed 2 billion mark. So while the trade has been steadily going up, there's a lot more that needs to be done, and perhaps that's the reason why Prime Minister Narendra Modi decided finally to come here to make this bilateral trade multifold, and that is perhaps going to happen after Prime Minister comes. There are a lot of agendas on the card, and that is going to significantly boost the trade as well.
Definitely, Akshay, a significant and historic visit by Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and we'll keep taking you on air. Akshay, thank you so much. We'll leave it there as of now.